Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, how some folks out there hate WWE. Well, hate's too much a strong word for it. And, and they always got their forgivenesses, their sake, their why. Some folks out there, hate it since it became kin friendly in 2008 YL again. Some folks hate it because it's no longer the Stan or Heartless Might lifetimes anymore, or whatever their forgivenesses are for it. Or some folks are angry that it's still around where WCW and ECW are not. And it always comes down like something like this. Well, how can you still watch WWE these days when they no longer have blood anymore? Well, it doesn't irk me that they don't got blood anymore. Yeah. And how can you still watch WWE after it became kin friendly again in 2008 YL for the 2nd time? I'm glad you said that, because they were kin friendly from 9 between 82 YL till 9 between 97 YL. They only became grown up and edgy from 9 between 97 YL till 2008 YL. But it doesn't irk me or make me angry like it does. And the sagas and tales are not as good as they once were. Well, that is your thought or your belief or take on the sagas or the tales, but I think they're good. Alright? I get happiness and glee out of them. Well, the matches aren't that good. Well, once again, that's a thought and belief, but I think the matches or fights or whatever you want to call them, I think they're good too. Well, it's still not living up to my standards. Well, first off, Duke, your standards would be your own standards. And I think the only standards that WWE has to meet are A, their stockholder standards, B, the folk work which they got their shows on, and 3, their backers and afforders. Yes, they do have to meet the standard of the folks watching the show, but at the end of the day, they have to meet their stockholder standards, their backer standards, and the folk work standards. So, yeah, for you to say that the Stand or Heartless Might were where you thought was your standards, well, that can be what you want it to be in your belief that you can like all of that stuff and say that anything before that and anything after that is bad. Well, that's your thought and belief. Oh, well, they don't. Yeah, I guess you're right, Jordan, but they don't make any new wrestlers anymore. Yeah, they still make new wrestlers. They might not be like Hulk Hogan or Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels or Steve Austin or The Rock or The Undertaker or Sting or Ric Flair or Lex Luger. True, they might not be like those wrestlers like Dusty Rhodes or Roddy Piper, going on and on, but they are good wrestlers. And some of those folks who are on Raw and SmackDown now were being crafted and taught on NXT. So the folks that you don't like now, well, they're the newer wrestlers. Well, I don't like it that WWE calls their wrestlers or fighters overstars. Well, I don't see the big deal. Anyone can, if folks want to call them wrestlers or call them fighters, that's their own business. WWE has been calling their wrestlers overstars since 9 between 82 YL. I don't see why that irks folks. And they call it sports glee. So skilled wrestling is sports glee. It's an offshoot of it. It's not a full sport. It's not a true sport. It has show playing and are, binded with the wrestling. So yeah, what everybody else wants to call it, that's their own business. Well, you know what? it's a losing side. Well, once again, that's your thought and belief of it being a losing side, but they've been around for about 70 years on and off, so they must be doing something right all those years to still be around years later. So yeah, at the end of the day, a lot of folks have their sake, why, and grounds for either not liking it anymore or never like it or never had liked it. So, but the thing is, I onlook their belief, their thought and take. As long as they onlook my thought, belief, and take, as long as they don't guilt me or shame me or slight me or scare me for liking it when they don't like it anymore, never did. If you like this film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the other film I made yesterday over here. I, Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.